Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jnanandasya jnananjanaşanakaya. Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yuvaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yuvaradhari Yashodanandana Vrijana Ranjana Danandana Vrijana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrijana Ranjana Odanandana Vrijana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Natira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Natira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Gaur Premanande Jai Om Vishnupad Paransvaracharya Ashtot Satsya Divine Grace Sabai Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paransvaracharya Ashtot Satsya Srimad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Maharaj Ki Jai अयोध्यापुरी धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय, किशोर किशोरी की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Thagur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 70, verse 16. The title is Lord Krishna's Daily Activities. Okay. Ikshita Antapura Strinam Ikshita Antapura Strinam Savrida Prema Vikshite Savrida Prema Vikshite Krishrat Vishristani Ragat Krishrat Vishristani Ragat Jata Hasaharan Manam Jata Hasaharan Manam Ikshita Antapura Strinam Savrida Prema Vikshite Krichrit Vishrishta Niraga Jata Hasaharan Mana. Hare Krishna. Ikshita Antapura Strinam Savrida Prema Vikshite Krichrat Vishrishta Niraga Jata Hasaharan Mana. Ikshita Antapura Strinam Savrida Prema Vikshite Krichat Vishrista Niragan Jatan Hasaharan Manam. Ikshita Antapura Srinam Savrida Prema Vikshite Krichrat Vishrista Niragan Jata Hasaharan Manam. What anyone else like to write, Prabhu? Ikshita Antapura Strinam Savrida Prema Vikshite Krichrat Vishrishta Niraga Jata Hasaharan Mana. What word meaning? Ikshita looked upon Antapura of the palace, Strinam of the woman, Savrida shy, prema and loving, vikshita by glances, krichat with difficulty, vishristha getting free, niragad he went out, jata appeared, hasa a smile, haran removing, mana their minds. Translation: the palace women would look upon Lord Krishna with shy, loving glances, and thus he would get free from them only with difficulty. He would then set off his smiling face, captivating their minds. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti describes this scene as follows: the shy, loving glance of the palace woman, hinting at their agitation, implied, "How can we tolerate this torment of being separated from you?" The idea here is that because the Lord was captured by their affection, he smiled, indicating, "My dear restless ladies, you are so overwhelmed by this little bit of separation. I am coming back later today to enjoy with you." And then, with his smile captivating their minds, he got away only with difficulty, freeing himself from the bondage of their loving glance. हरे कृष्ण ओम ज्ञानतिमृन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्तं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सौदूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदासहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पवनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वंशाकल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः Hare Krishna. The title is Lord Krishna's Daily Activities. The palace woman would look upon Lord Krishna with shy, loving glances, and thus you'd get free from them only with difficulty. Hare Krishna. So this is description of Lord Krishna's daily activities, and this particular verse is explained. So there were different palaces. In each palaces, Lord Krishna had expanded one Krishna, and Narada wanted eager to see all these pastimes Krishna was performing in different palaces. So whenever Krishna would go to particular palace, only that particular place people could see only one Krishna. As Narad Muni could see Krishna in all different places, same Krishna like that. But other those they could not see Krishna. But similarly, the palace woman would look upon Krishna with shy. So this is one of the uh, thing. A woman is shy, like her nature is shy by. That's her strength, uh, shyness. Like so, like Julius, Emperor Julius, he was very powerful, but he was captivated by Selupatra because of her shyness. So even Lord Krishna, these gopis, they were always seeing Krishna shine. In other words, shyness uh, is said like um, in Nectar of Devotion. Shy is another form of like and like embraced when Lord Krishna embracement like another form of embracement or humility or embracement like so that's the nature of shine that's shyness that culminates into shyness that's actually humility and embracement. Embraced like. So this woman, the gopis, they were always thinking of Krishna whenever Krishna, and they were very attracted by his glance, his smile, his walk, his talks. And similarly, when Balram came to meet them, in the gopis were saying whether Krishna, I mean, actually Krishna had sent Balram to Vrindavan to see the condition of the gopis to pacify them, and the gopis were asking whether Krishna, the gopis, the residents of Mathura, the woman, they are attracted by Krishna's smiling face, glance, talks, or by his flute sound. He also cheated us like that. So these gopis are saying, expressing their uh, separation from Krishna. Yes, similarly, this woman, so looking upon Krishna with shy glances, he would get free from them only. Not only that, when Krishna was in performing his pastime, lifting the Govardhan hill on his left finger with his tiny finger, Krishna glanced at the gopis, and he saw he saw the breast, and then the Govardhan hill was started shaking, and all the residents of Dwarka, they got scared. All the residents of Vrindavan, they got scared. The coward men, they became scared, and the gopis, all they were become scared because the Govardhan really. But when Lord Krishna saw Balram, and Balram knew Krishna's mind, that actually Krishna, seeing the beauty of the gopis, uh, so he became disturbed, and so his hand was shaking. And so when Krishna saw Balram and Balram understood the mind, Krishna became embraced, and in other words, he was shy like that. So in this shyness, so those two example like Selopetra was captured with Prabhupada gives example shyness. Even the uh, great devotees of the Lord, like Ramanand Rai, Sanatan Goswami, she felt shy like when they approached Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Ramanand Rai that you tell more about Krishna. He want to hear. But Ramananda Rai was belonged to in governor, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the Supreme Lord Krishna, so he was shy to speak to Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu encouraged Raman Rai that ki bavi praki banyasi jai Krishna tattvaja se guru hoya. Anybody who knows the science of Krishna, he's transcendental. He is free from this all worldly conception of life. Or it says anybody, either one is a dog eater, especially never heard about, but in Philippines, China, Korea, they eat dogs like that. So they also can be delivered by this holy name of the Lord. It's so powerful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Chanting Hare Krishna seems to be easy. Like just we use our tongue and ear for 2 hours. Stop the mind. Just ear. Chant from your mouth and ear from your ears. 2 hours. But when we say chanting Hare Krishna and hearing about Krishna, uh, that's the recommended process. Srinivatam Swakata Krishna, serving a great devotee of the Lord, pure representative of Lord, and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. That's a recommended process. Hare Krishna. So this palace woman would look upon Krishna with shy, loving glances, and thus would get free from them only with difficulty. Would then set off his smiling face, captivating in their mind. In other words, also Brahma, who created this universe from an woman to a small living entities, everybody is attracted to a woman like here. But here, this everybody is attracted to Krishna. Radharani is the most. Radharani attracts Krishna also. So in this world, material world, we can see everybody is attracted to an opposite form of woman, and that's the cause of bondage in this material world. The affection, natural affection, is there between a parent and husband, wife, children. This affection is there. Like Ajamil was a Brahmana. Generally, people keep their children name Narayan, Govinda, Krishna, like that. So by chanting the name of, because being attached to child, by keeping the name of God, one becomes attached to Krishna. And in this way, end of the life, he can think of Krishna. In other sense, and as an householder, he should worship the deity of Lord. He should establish a deity in his house, and then he should worship the Lord, and he should be attracted to see Lord Sri Krishna's form. He should meditate on the form of Krishna. So these lustful propensities won't bewilder him like that. And one should concentrate on chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. One should 2 hours just fix the mind on Krishna and the mind, ear Krishna, and chant with the tongue, ear and tongue. These two things should be used in Krishna. So, but it's not so to say when we say Hare Krishna, as soon as we hold the beats, our mind goes all over there. So it's our whole day how we utilize it with that. If one should hear the holy name of the Lord. Constantly one should chant Hare Krishna. That's the recommended process in this age of Kali Yuga. So the palace woman would look upon Lord Krishna with shy, loving glances, and thus would get free from them only with difficulty. You would then sit off his smiling face, captivating their minds. So everybody is attracted to Krishna. The birds, the beasts, the trees. Whenever Krishna was passing on, when Krishna used to go to the forest, the gopis used to feel the separation, and they were thinking of Krishna in all their household activities. They were constantly 24/7 thinking of Krishna, whether his feet will be hurt by thorns, his feet are so soft like that. And uh, and when he used to come from the back from taking care of the cows and pasturing field, and the gopis used to become very joyful, and they would become very happy to see the smiling face of Krishna, his form, uh, yeah, and his playing of his flute. Everybody is attracted to his beautiful flute like that. uh, they were all cursing the tree, bamboo tree which was the flute was made. How fortunate it is that Krishna's lips are touched by his. Uh, yeah, so fortunate is the bamboo tree that the flute has an opportunity to get touch Krishna's face. Even great personalities tried. They also yogis meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna, the form of Krishna. That's what yogi namapi sarvesham mat katinena man manapat bhakto madhyajin. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, surrender unto me and always think of me. Become my devotee, offer obeisances unto me. So Srila Vishwanath described in this scene as well. The shy, loving glances of palace woman hinting at their agitation implied, how can we tolerate the torment of being separated from you? The idea here is that because the Lord was captured by their affection, he smiled, indicating, my dear restless ladies, you are so overwhelmed by this little bit of separation. I am coming back later today to enjoy with you. And then, with his smile captivating his minds, he got away only with difficulty, freeing himself from the bondage of their loving glance. So, a householder should be attracted to the deities of the Lord, form of the Lord. So, he won't be bewildered by the form of a human. Otherwise, everybody is attracted in this Brahma himself who created this will be attracted to this form. So one should be attracted to the form, not to this physical body, to the beauty of Lord Sri Krishna. So he should worship the deity of the Lord and meditate on him. He should chant Hare Krishna. He should serve the devotees, fe- uh, feed the devotees, and then he should hear Srimad Bhagavatam and stay in a holy place like that. So that's the recommended process for an householder. Bhishma Dev recommends this as there are 64 angas of devotional service, but it is um, divided into five. This is the main: hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting Hare Krishna, worshipping the deities, serving the devotees, and residing in a holy place. So hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam is very powerful. Chanting of Hare Krishna. So this early morning program, if we have the strong program, then our whole day can become strong. Chanting of Hare Krishna. So this, particularly this pastimes, we can see Lord Krishna used to, what we read in previous few chapters. Lord Krishna would get up early in the morning and take a bath. And he used to get up early in the morning in Brahma Muhurat. Brahma Muhurat is sunrise, before 1.5 hours before sunrise. And he used to perform his daily rituals. He used to first take a clean bath in a sanctified water and then touch very auspicious items. Uh, and then he used to be attend. So first he used to stays down in early morning. And all these songs of the Goswamis, they are all about this only: Vibhava Rishesha, Samsara Davana, appreciating the Guru and Krishna. That we need the mercy of Guru and Krishna. They are like scriptures. These songs are like, I think so Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says like that. It's very nice songs. Is like we can practice. Like Narad Muni, he, after seeing all different palaces, visiting all different palaces, he's saying, now I'm not bewildered by your yoga maya potency because I've served you. So I'm not now. Let me travel around and glorify your name, your glories. So this Vaishnav songs are also very powerful songs. In that way, we can become more conscious of Krishna. So yeah, that's what ultimately we have to think of Krishna always. Bhajan karo, sadhan karo, marte janye pai. At the time of death, that's our real test. What we think about, what's our consciousness. If our consciousness is something else, we are attached to something temporary things. We have to come back to this material world. So Srila Prabhupada says, be Krishna conscious in this life. So the scripture says, so just think of Krishna. So early morning, Krishna, you in this particular Lord Krishna's daily activities, Lord Krishna, as dawn approached, the wives of Krishna, Madhava, they used to curse the roosters because they knew now Krishna's they would miss the embrace of Krishna, and Krishna would get up early in the morning and they would curse the roosters, and because they were disturbed by separated from him, and the bees buzzing cause fragrant breeze from the parijat. The bees buzzing caused by the fragrant breeze from the parijat garden rose the birds from sleep. The birds also got up by hearing the sound of the bees, because the bees were attracted to the fragrant flowers of the parijata flowers. And there's the bees buzzing was like just like the recitation glories of by the sages. It was said like that. Very, they began to sing loudly. They were Krishna like court poets reciting his glories. The sound of the bees were like that. So first thing is Lord Krishna gets up early in the morning. It touches clean, pure water. Like like Srila Prabhupada says, early morning bath is good for health. Any disease problem, then you get up early in the morning, you walk, take a nice bath, and attend the morning this program. Then it can cure you from any disease also. Very, very nice getting up early morning. Lord Krishna gives this example. It's austere to get up early in the morning because we are not practicing this thing. But by practice, we can do practicing getting up early in the morning and chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So it says early to bed and early in the morning to get up like that. So that we have to practice because we are used to mode of passion and ignorance. It's very difficult to like that. But by practice in association, it's possible. So we can see in this chapter particularly, dawn approach. The wives of Lord Madhava each embraced her on the neck by her husband, cursed the crowing roosters. The ladies were disturbed that now they would be separated from him. The bees buzzing caused by the fragrant breeze from the Parijat garden rose the birds from sleep. And the birds began to sing loudly. They woke Lord Krishna like court poets reciting glories. Lying in their beloved arms, cute weather did not like the most auspicious hour, for its meant she would lose his embrace. So they would feel the separation of Lord Krishna. He used to get up early in the morning, and they would, and Krishna would perform his morning worship, and then so. Lord Madhav would rise during the Brahma Mrutva touch water with a clear mind. He would then meditate upon himself, single self luminous, unequaled and unfillable supreme truth, known as Brahman, who by his very nature will dispels all contamination, who is to his personal energies, which cause of the creation and destruction of the universe, manifest his own pure and blissful existence. So this is a nice purport here in this chapter, verse 4, 5. So Krishna's energies are like the material energies, the spiritual energy, and this marginal potency. So we, as living entities, we are spirit souls. We are 10,000 part of a tip of a hair. That means we are a spirit soul, very tiny. So one has to not to become proud. One has to become, like we say, Trinada Pisunichena, Tarura Piseshnuna, Amani Namanadena, Kirtanya Sadhari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind. He says, humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tall than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. So it's very deep science, like that. Each thing we have to learn so much things. Like we are not the body, we are pure spirit soul. That means we are 10,000 tip of a hair, very tiny. We have to always be dependent on Krishna. We are not independent. We are very tiny, very small. We are will be defeated. Any moment we will be defeated. Any moment. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Padam Padam Yat Vipadam. In this world is every step it's a danger. Like I said, this form of human, even from the highest Brahma to they are attracted to this form of human like that, and that will be keep us bind us. It's like the four ashramas, in particular brahmachari, sannyas, and vanaprastha. There is no interaction like that. Opposite this, so it's a very pure consciousness, pure being Krishna conscious like that. So, but Krishna conscious is beneficial for everyone. जैसे कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु ग्रह के वने थको सदा हरि बोले दाको. Whether in your household or in the forest, always chant the holy name of Hari. So Lord Madhav would rise from the Brahmapura touch water. With a clear mind, you would then meditate upon himself, the single self-luminous, unequaled and supreme to known as Brahman, who is by very nature ever dispels all contamination. So by coming in contact with Krishna, all is so the marginal potency is there. Like the example is given of the seashore. Either you can come to the land or you can go to the water. We are the marginal potency. It means we are minute spirit soul. We are not the body. We are spirit soul. So when we say chant Hare Krishna with humble state of mind, means we are the spirit soul. So that means we have to control our mind, we have to control our senses. There's a push of the mind, there's a push of the tongue, there's a push of the belly. So all the senses are in one line. So one has to control the senses. So Goswami means one has controlled the senses. Then our spiritual potency will increase like that. And that word bhav indicates it's not just speaking out like Trinada Pisuni. We daily speak on this thing. Trinada Pisuni China, Trinada Pisuni China. We are not the body, we are spirit soul. We are very minute. We can be defeated any moment. We have to always be dependent of Krishna. This Maya is very strong, but Krishna is more stronger than Maya. Take shelter of Krishna. One has to surrender to Krishna. That's what. So here he says this purport is very nice. Vishwanath points that the word bhava in this indicates the compound word lakshya. Krishna gives pleasure to the created beings through his various energies. Of course, the soul is never created. The soul is never created. The soul is eternal, part and parcel of Krishna. But our material condition existence created by the interaction of Lord's energy. So this very nice point. The soul is never created. Like in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter says the body is born, grows, and dwindles, but the soul is eternal. We are eternal, part and parcel of Krishna. So then that means we have to be attracted to Krishna. Krishna should be the center of our life. So when we do household duties, Krishna should be the center of house. Like there is a difference between house and the temple, because temple Krishna is the center. All our activities are done for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. In the house, we are the center. It's the same bricks, same wood, same everything, the same material things. Earth, water, fire, which is combination of this. Air, earth, water, and fire. So building comes. So he says the soul is never created, but our mental condition exists created by the interaction of Lord's energies. So we become bewildered by the external energy and become trapped. The soul is never created, but our material condition is created by the interaction of Lord's energy. One who is favored by the Lord's internal potency can understand nature of the absolute truth. So one who is favored by the Lord's internal potency can understand nature of the truth. This understanding is called Krishna consciousness. So we need always the mercy of Lord and His pure representative. You should always pray for this. And so that's why I'm saying this Vaishnav songs were very meaningful. I'll be reciting some of you these songs. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord explained that His energy is devoid inferior and superior, or material and spiritual potency. This Bhagavad Gita says his energies are divided into inferior and superior, or material and spiritual potencies. The Brahma Samhita further explained that the material potency acts like a shadow, following the movements of the spiritual reality. Material potency acts like a shadow. Wow. Means the shadow is next to us, like, So the material potency acts like a shadow, it says. So if we forget Krishna, Maya is there next. Krishna bhulya jeev bhoga vancha kare Maya pashati chapata mare. So forgetting Krishna, we want to enjoy the material energy, and we are kicked by this material energy. Lord Krishna, any interference of material. The Brahma further explains that the material potency acts like a shadow, following the movements of the spirituality, which is the Lord Himself and His spiritual potency. When one is favored by Lord Krishna, He reveals Himself to the surrendered soul. So Krishna is revealed only to a person who is surrendered soul and who gets the mercy. And thus the same creation that formerly covered the soul becomes an impetus for spiritual enlightenment. The same is covered by this material energy, it becomes an impetus for spiritual enlightenment. And then he gets enlightened like that. We understand we are not the body, we are pure spirit soul, we are all part and parcel. I have an eternal relationship with God, and I am an eternal servant to God. The most saintly of person bathed in sanctified water, dress himself in lower and upper garment, perform the entire sequence of prescribed rituals, beginning with worship at dawn. After offering oblation in the sacrifice, Lord Krishna would silently chant the Gayatri Mantra. So there's five oblations, fire, that's five Mahayagna, and householder has to perform. One is he has to perform fire sacrifices. He should feed the guest, invite guests like that. Second, and then he should recite the Vedas, the scriptures. He should recite this verses of Krishna, and he should offer the food remnants or offering to the ancestors, forefathers, and he should offer this foodstuffs, the living entities, means other species of life. And generally, when come in the morning, uh, I play kartal and come, and all the pigeon come. They come to know in group. I give them little prasadam. It's very nice. They become very joyful. Hare Krishna. But pigeon are pigeon after all. But so these five things householders should perform. Panchma yagna, it says. So Krishna also used to do perform this most saintly person. Then because an householder performs sinful activities in his daily activities, when he walks, he makes perfect. There are so many germs. When he cooks, when he puts fire, the pot inside the germs under there. When he walks, there are germs. So insects like breeds like that. So we commit sinful activity in every step. So this Panchmag Yajna is recommended. But this the 64 Anga of devotional service, and the five is very potential. Devotee has to become Krishna conscious, keep Krishna in the center. He should do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. He has nothing to do all these things like that. That's perfection just by bringing. Each day the Lord worshipped the rising sun and the propagated demigods, sages and forefathers, who were all his expansions. The self-possessed Lord would then carefully worship his elders and brahmanas. To those well-attired brahmanas, he would offer herds of tame and peaceful cows with gold-plated horns and pearl necklace. These cows were all dressed with fine cloth, and front of their hooves were plated with silver. Providers of abundant milk that given birth only once and accompanied by the cows. So Krishna used to get up early in the morning in the sun, before sunrise, and he should worship or meditate on these four fathers, demigods, expansions. So generally, devotees, we get up early in the morning, we meditate on all the great exalted devotees of the Lord. We seek their blessings, Guru Parampara, and then goes to Panchatattva, and Kishore, Kishori, Jagannath, Baldev, like that. So, well, self-posed Lord would then powerfully worship his elders and brahmanas. So, these elders and brahmanas, they should be respected. Krishna is giving the example. They were his sages, forefathers, his elders and brahmanas, and he would offered cows, gold-plated. Like cows are very decorated very nicely. We can see in some parts of India like that. And the Lord used to give this charity to well learned brahmanas, these cows and this. So charity is one of the duty of a householder. To purify his wealth, he has to perform charities. By performing charities, his wealth also become purified, and he also progresses in spiritual life. This is very important for it. So especially one charity should give help to propagate Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna would offer obeisances, brahmanas, demigods, elders, and spiritual masters, all living beings. Then would touch auspicious things. So tulsi bead is very auspicious for us, like handing of. Like Krishna used to wear nice jewelry, nice ornaments, like that. You touch ornaments like that. You touch clean water, bath in this. He would decorate his body with ornament with his own special cloth and jewelry, with divine flowers, garlands, and ornaments. We do this especially early in the morning when we do abhishek. We make a plate for the Lord for the worship. So all the nice paraphernalia, scented oils, scented uh, scent, and then flowers, sandalwood paste. So all nice and nice foodstuffs, fruits, varieties of fruits we offer to the Lord. So when we offer very nice dress ornaments, the Lord is to please, and we also become very pleased. We also become in householders should perform devotional service. And one should be regulated in his eating and sleeping also. That's very important. We are not on the stage of Goswamis. We cannot imitate them. We are very tiny, very minute. So one should be regulated eating, like particularly when our body grows old, then we cannot take heavy foodstuffs also. Especially in the evening, we should not take. It says, it's, according to Vedic, it's not my opinion. You should eat very light before sunset. You should eat once before 8 o'clock, like that. You should take light foodstuffs. Then you'll be like. Uh, the vegetable soup is good for health generally. Like that. It's my hope. Yes, Hare Krishna. That's good for health like that. Grains are heavy for us body concern, but you need strength. You need little grains sometimes like that. But as physically, when we advance in spiritual life, like we said, the Goswamis, we would like ghee, a mirror, cows, and bull. The Brahmanas and demigods see to that the members of Shushla. He would then look at ghee, a mirror, the cows and bulls, the Brahmanas and the demigods, and see that the members of all the social class living in the palace and throughout the city were satisfied with gifts. So this is one of the things our devotees exchange gifts. Nectar of instruction says kind words. Krishna's words were very sweet, like that. This was like nectar. Our language should be very nice, sweet. That's what a devotee like Krishna is saying. Uh, yeah. He would then he would take part after distributing flower garlands, pan and sandal. Brahman, he would give these gifts to his friends, ministers, and wife, and finally he would take them himself. So this is all mercy of Lord Krishna. This all this sandalwood paste, garlands. Lord Krishna would give this gift to his friends, ministers. Then he would take it. He should distribute it and then take it. That's actually a devotee. Devotee first distributes to everybody and then he finally takes last. Actually, that's the qualification of a devotee. We can Ranti Devi was fasting for 42 days. Then all of a sudden, some beggar came, and then he gave it to that beggar, and then he just took a water and to fast it like that. So this one of the qualification Krishna is giving the example here. Then the Daruka would come with his chariot, and Lord Krishna would hold his hand and climb the chariot like that. So touching devotee's body also is spiritual benefit. That's also said here. Hmm. And Krishna used to look like the moon. So these are the few things on this chapter we read about. And Krishna used to get up early in the morning, touch auspicious items, and the wives used to become disturbed, and they used to curse the roosters and the bumming of the bees by the fragrance of the flowers. They were all, and the birds also got up and they were reciting glories of Lord Krishna. And as like glories of Krishna, the birds were making sound. And Krishna used to serve the Brahmanas, and he used to give charity to the Brahmanas. And now the woman becomes shy with glances seeing all this Krishna. So this is a beautiful. This is actually about two messengers. There are the first is Lord Krishna's daily activities, and then two messengers come. One is Narad Muni, and one is from Dwarka, and they convey the message. The first messenger conveys the message to Krishna that Jasanda is very powerful. Yes, as arrested your devotees, and now they are wanted your help. So when we see this, devotees also are put in trouble, and they are praying for Krishna to relieve, because they were surrendered devotees of the Lord. And then Narad Muni also comes and says that Yudhishthira Maharaj is performing Rajasuya sacrifice. In order to that, we have to conquer in all direction. They want Krishna to be the Supreme Lord. He wants to prove that Krishna is Supreme Lord. It's very beautiful. Hare Krishna. So yeah, I would say. So we saw in the beautiful Lord Krishna previous chapter when Narad Muni was visiting the palaces, and how Lord Krishna gave respect to Narad. He washed his um, feet like that. Krishna is the supreme Lord, but he is performing an act as an Kshatriya, and from Krishna everything comes. So Krishna is the original spiritual master, but Krishna is performing in this. And Narada is this Om word actually. Om means in that particular says Om means signifying Vishnu. A word is signifying Vishnu, and U means signifying Sri, goddess Lakshmi, and M signifies to the servant like that. So seeing the feet of the Lord come liberation. So A means it's addressing Om when you say is addressing to Lord Sri Vishnu, and U means addressing to Sri, goddess of fortune, and M is to being the servant of Krishna. Om, like that. So then Narad Muni is saying that please favor me, I may constantly think you as I travel about. So these are one of the prayers of a devotee. Krishna devotee always prays to the Lord that wherever I am, that I always remember you. I do not forget you in all circumstances. For devotee, everything is within all situation. It's like an uh, he is totally God consciousness. He's not bothered with all other disturbance of this world like that. Hell or heaven is everything because he's Krishna consciousness. So that's very important to become Krishna conscious. Everybody is suffering in the world. That's what a Vaishnava is. Vancha kalpatarupyascha kripasindhaveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo namo nama. We offer respects to Vaishnava. Vaishnava means he's very compassionate for the living entities because they are suffering in this material world, and he tries to preach the science of Krishna consciousness to others so they can also become free from this misery. They become Krishna consciousness. So Narad Muni was visiting, and Krishna was performing different. He was performing Gayatri mantra silently. Then he was playing like a Kshatriya, was practicing sword practice. And then he was somewhere, he was riding elephant chariots like that. He was taking different pastimes. Narad Muni was seeing in different palaces, uh, giving charity to cows, to the Brahmanas. And then he was exchanging sweet words with his wife and playing in the water with his companions. So different, he was engaged in family matters, economic development. He was was meditating on himself like that. He was serving his elders, planning for battles. So Narad Muni was visiting different palaces and he was seeing, and somewhere he was arranging for the marriage of his children. All this. So, but he says here, Narad Muni says here, is beautiful verse there. Having thus seen the display of Lord Yogmaya, Narad Muni's laughter and addressed Lord Rishikesha. Now we understand your mystic potencies, which are difficult to comprehend even for great mystics. Great mystics means Brahma and Shiva, they also bewildered by Krishna's this potencies, energy. But Narad Muni is saying that now your mystic, which are difficult even for great mystics, O Supreme Soul, Master of all mystic power, only by serving your feet I've been able to pursue your the powers. So, in order to become free from this, in being from the not be um, bewildered by the external energy of the Lord, one has to be constantly in touch with the lotus feet of the Lord. One has to be always Krishna conscious, serve the Lord Krishna. That's what how we can become free from material entanglement. Oh Lord, please give me your leave. I'll wander about the worlds which are flooded with your fame, loudly singing about your pastime which purify the universe. He's saying, Oh Lord, please give me your leave. I'll wander about the worlds which are flooded with your fame, loudly singing about your pastime which purify the universe. The Supreme Person of God had said, O Brahmana, I am the speaker of religion, its performer and sanctioner. I observe religious principles to teach them to the world, my child, so do not be disturbed. In every place, Narada saw the Lord in same personal form. So it says that, so then Lord Krishna honored Narad Muni. So Lord Krishna is the source of creation. So anyone who chants about, years about, simply appreciate the extraordinary activities performed in this world, which are will surely develop devotion to the Supreme Lord. So this particularly this chapter, anybody chants, hears, or appreciates uh, on these wonderful pastimes of Lord Krishna in different palaces. Krishna is doing different, like an ordinary person. Nobody can imitate like Krishna. Somewhere is hunting, somewhere is doing charity, somewhere is feeding the Brahmanas, somebody taking rimrams of Brahmanas, is meditating on himself, somewhere is going to hunting. So this is beautiful, and somewhere is playing his companion's wife and so on. So these are very beautiful songs, very meaningful songs. We say Shuddha Oi Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Idase Karunakari Diyo Pad Chaya Sadoi Amai Tomaro Charantari. I'm just why reciting these songs, because these songs are compared with these purports, because it says about remembering that he says, "O Venerable Vaishnava Thakur, ocean of mercy, be merciful to the servant of yours and purify me with the shade of your lotus feet. Your lotus feet I humbly hold." One should hold, is a Guru Charana Rati Aisi Uttam Gati, that we sing every day in the morning, that lotus feet of the spirit pure devotee is the only shade which can purify me. It says, similarly, ocean of mercy, be merciful to this servant of yours and purify me with the shade of your lotus feet. So be merciful. We always need seek the mercy of higher elevated devotees of the Lord and the Lord. Oi Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Karuna Kari Diyo Pad Chaya Sadoi Amai Tomaro Charan Dhari. Tomara Charan means your lotus feet I will. O Vaishnava Thakur, be merciful, be kind upon me. So similarly, Lord Krishna is serving Narad Muni. He's showing uh, Lord Krishna is the original spiritual master, but as he is performing his pastime as a king on this material planet, so he's serving this Vaishnavas like that, and then Narad Muni is glorifying Krishna. Shuddha, Shuddha Bhakta. Then, very nice. Chaya Veka Doshi, Chaya Dosha Sadi, Chaya Guna Deho Dase, Cheyo Sat Sangi, Deho Ama, Bose chi sange rashe. So much meaning is deep. By helping me control the six urges and purifying me of the six faults. Cheya bega domi means six faults. Cheya dosha, this. Uh, Che Vega means Domi means it's six pushes, and Chea Dosa means six faults. Chea Guna Devadashi and six good qualities. Chea Se Satsange. So what is this? By helping me control the six urges and purifying me of the six faults, bestow upon your servant the six good qualities. O Master, please give me the six kinds of holy association. I have sat down here hoping to have your company. The six urges they are speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, and the genitals. So these are the pushes, please give me the six kind of absent on helping. So these are the six urges that one has to control. Urges of speech, like Krishna's speech is very sweet, like nectar, like so devotees also speech should be very, very nice. Six urges are those of speech, the mind, because if we speak some harsh or if we speak like if you pinch somebody, it will come back to you in some other form. So one has to be very careful in this, like that if you hurt somebody, that will come back to you. If you poke your neighbor, then he will poke you back, like that. So, so speech is very important. Also, we should not speak any talks which are very bad. Generally in the mundane world, people speak all this garbage, like that. So this is very important for it. One who wants to advance in spiritual life, he should not speak such talks, because that thing has been bombarded. We have surrounded by all this vibration, because this vibration carries in the air, like whatever, like the radio waves carry, like that. So this Prabhupada says the more Krishna conscious atmosphere, the more it will be peaceful, like very nice, calm. Like in the temple, when we come in front of the deities, we chant Hare Krishna. It's also important. Association also is very important. If you come in bad association, then if you are this also, it will be very difficult to be Krishna consciousness. It's very important to that thing also. And the Kali Yuga is progressing very fast. So he says, yeah, six urges, those are speech, the mind, anger, tongue, belly, and genital. These six faults, Cheya dosha, these are the Che urges, Che Vegadomi. Six faults are overeating or collecting more. Six faults are overeating, means to eat too much, like we have to be controlled of eating, regulated of eating, or collecting more material valuable things than required, over endeavoring for material objectives, unnecessary talking of mundane affairs. Because if we are endeavoring for material objectives, suppose we have a lot of money also, we can then think of how to spend this money, or we will be concerned whom somebody may take away this money. So that's what akinchana. Akinchana means devotee does not possess. He only possesses Krishna. He only possesses Krishna. So one should aspire for such a devotee, akinchana, who does not possess any material possession, like that. One should associate with such a devotee. Six faults are overeating or collecting more material valuable things and require over enduring for material objectivities. So when we are trying for material objectivities, then our bhakti will be diminished, like that, because our time and energy will go for that to maintain this thing, like that. So like I said, in this material world, Brahma created this form, and then everybody is attracted. That is called striya. Nam word comes. Stri means expansion, land, children, property, and tied shackles, like that. Like six faults: overeating, collecting more material things than required, over endeavoring for material object, unnecessary talking of mundane affairs. So unnecessary talking of mundane affairs means mundane talks. We are not interested in sports, movies, or politics, like that. We so this consumes a lot of our time. So it's not so easy to become Krishna consciousness when we are engaged in this. We cannot focus on chanting Hare Krishna. So unnecessary talking of mundane affairs. These things spoils our devotional service. Too attached to scriptural rules and regulation, or too neglectful. One should not be very attached also, and one should not neglect the scriptures. Associating with worldly minded persons. So worldly minded persons, this is very not good for a person who wants to progress in Krishna consciousness. That's why you should stay in atmosphere of the five potents of divine spiritual life. Design mundane association achievements. The six good qualities. So these are the bad qualities. Or talking unnecessary thing to attach to the performing regular activities, giving up the association of not following the footsteps of previous acharyas. These are the, so one has to be very enthusiastic. This by doing bhakti, I can progress in spiritual life. So enthusiasm comes by brahmachari, like utsaha. So you are a brahmachari, you come determined. Like Prabhupada gives the example of Gandhiji. He wanted drive with the British, and he took to brahmachari. He became celibate like that. That's also material actually, but it become gives determination, like so become enthusiastic, confidence. We're confident. We have to be confident. If I perform Krishna bhakti, then everything is good. Patience. We have to be very patient. Performing the regular activities, giving up the association and performing the regular. Non-devotee and following the footsteps of previous acharyas. These six active holy association are offering gifts in charity, accepting gifts. So one has to give gifts and accept it, revealing one's mind in confidence. So devotee nothing has in his mind. He everything is, that's what it's said. Who is a Vaishnava? What is the qualification? He's simple, very. He's very simple. He is nothing to means. It means externally one thing, internally one thing. It's not. That's not the quality of a Vaishnava. He should reveal his mind. Inquiring confidentially, accepting prasadam, spiritual food, and offering prasadam to others. These are the confidence. So this beautiful songs, Shuddha Bhakti Charan Renu Bhajan Anukul Bhakta Seva Parama Siddhi Prema Lati Karmul O Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Karuna Kari. If you visit Vrindavan, also these bhajans are there. Vibhavari Shesha Aloka Pravesha Nidra Chodi Utho Jiva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hai Griva. So when Krishna gets up early in the morning, similarly, the night has come to an end and the light of the dawn is entering. O Jiva soul, arise, give up your sleep, chant the holy name of Hari, who is the giver of liberation, enemy of the Murara, the supreme enjoyer. All at you. Get up early in the morning before sunrise and chant the holy name of the Lord. And the attractive one and the horse head in Hayagriva. विभावरी शेषा लोक प्रवेशा nidra chodi uto jiva. Nidra means sleep. Vibhavari shesha means morning has come, get up, loka. Bolo Hari Hari means chant the holy name Hari Hari. Mukunda Hari means Mukunda means one who gives liberation. Ram Krishna, chant the holy name of Ram Krishna. And Hayagri with the horse incarnation. नरसिंहावना श्रीमधुसूदन ब्रजेंद्रनंद श्यामा पूतना गातना कैतवसातना जय दशरथि रामा. Dashrati Rama, this is Ramchandra, son of Dashrath. He incarnated as Narsimha, half lion. He came as Vamana, and he's killer of the Madhusudana. So very nice. This all Udi Laruna Puraba Bhage Dvijamani Gaur Amani Jage Bhakta Samua Loya Sate Yelo Nagar Bhaje. Especially in Mayapur Parikrama, they sing this song early in the morning. The sun has risen, tinge of uh, twice one. Lord goes like okay, taking his view all over the countryside. It's also when His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj many years back he had come here. He had he had sung this song. Parama Karuna Ni Guru Parama Karuna Paho Dujana Nitai Guru Chandra Saba Avtara Sara Shiromani Keval Ananda Kanda Parama Karuna Paho Dujana Nitai Guru Chandra. So they are the most merciful, Mahavadanya. Their lotus feet. Nityanand is the ocean of mercy. You should hold on to his lotus feet. Hare Krishna. Any comments, any questions? Hare Krishna. My songs. It's very nice. So these are some quotes like Krishna used to get up early in the morning and how he used to touch nice fresh waters, take bath. So morning time is good for spiritual life. You want to progress in spiritual life, has to practice to get up early in the morning. Yeah. So women are powerful. Then women, it says, mighty Julius Caesar was controlled by Cleopatra. Such women controlled by shyness. Therefore, shyness is important for women. So one who has lose this, then it will create havoc in society. Then unwanted Varna Shankara will be there, unwanted population. The shine is one of the qualification of women, and it makes one powerful. Yes, Matash.
Okay. Um, you were elaborating on, you know, the proper processes of, uh, doing the rituals or the activities in the morning. The auspicious, uh, the word auspicious, could you elaborate? Because there's those that say you should do all of your chanting between 4 and, let's say between 4, 6, 7 o'clock, and then if you can do most of the rounds before 10, elaborate on the auspicious as far as, I guess you would say,
Yeah.
more information about it and how it might. I think it's kind of magical, some of the situations that occur with the chanting, if you can do those rounds in the first couple of hours right after the Mangala Arti. But I want you to elaborate on that.
Yeah, we have to practice chanting Hare Krishna. That's the most auspicious. Any activities performed for pleasure of Krishna. That's the most auspicious. That means bhakti. So bhakti, shravanam, kirtanam, archanam, vandanam, dasyam. So these are all auspicious activities. Anything performed for the pleasure of Lord Sri Krishna. And other than else, whichever we do on the bodily conception of life, it becomes more entangled in this material world. So one has to eat, one has to sleep, one has to regulate, so one has to practice to get up early in the morning. So by practicing getting up early in the morning, it becomes a practice, and practicing chanting Hare Krishna becomes it becomes easy. And the atmosphere also should be favorable for chanting Hare Krishna, because we are not used to getting up early. We are in the mode of passion and ignorance, so it becomes difficult for us. It's a struggle for us. So one has to come to goodness, and then pure goodness is Krishna consciousness. That's transcendental platform. So one has to constantly chant Hare Krishna. One has to always Kirtanya Sadahari. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended this. Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Saishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtanya Sadahari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. That's all auspicious, all beneficial in this age of Kali Yuga. Any active performing devotional service, like dear Krishna is touching auspicious items. Means auspicious items means he's touching water, he's touching, taking a bath with fresh water, he's touching ornament, putting nice ornaments like that. So that's anomaly.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm actually programmed to get up. And even if I tell myself, oh, don't get up, my body is up and my eyes might be closed. So, yes, if you do this, if you do it long enough, it's in your system. And it is said that most of your great, great people, according to worldly greatness, they get up at about 4 o'clock. So, um, I was also going to say, ever since I was a child, I used to pray for what time to wake up. I guess if you have faith and belief, that helps. But I never used alarm clocks until kind of recently. Um, but that auspicious, that word, um, I just wanted you to elaborate a little. That was one thing. And um,
Like my name is Shubhakrit. Shubhakrit, Shubh means good, Krit means activities. So one activity is based on body.
more holy.
Eyes, ears, nose, nothing good comes. So
Hmm.
bodily activities,
Hmm.
the selfish and selfless activities. That's real auspicious. Hare Krishna.
I think using the word miraculous for, the general populace, that might help. That's what I think in terms of auspicious, rather miraculous. And what about the food? Um, like here, we used to be more ritualistic and more disciplined. So, when we're taking the food and the quality of the food, and you're not necessarily talking and eating and all that, would that also be considered part of the auspicious, because the prasadam is supposed to be holy and blessed food, and we're concentrating, even when the particular chef or cook is preparing it, there's those prayers and all of that. But what if you're just listening to the television and the radio and all of that? I think the concentration is part of that. Would you say just the concentration and being consistent with having your mind clear and focus? Wouldn't that be extremely important?
Yeah, it depends on the sincerity and seriousness of the person, how much he takes surrender to Krishna, that much. It's like still Prabhupada says, our consciousness, like a artist draws paint, so his consciousness on that, so consciousness person goes in that. So everybody is trying to be in different stages of Krishna consciousness, so they are on the right path. And Krishna is within everyone's heart. He purifies a person who engages in his service with love and devotion. The more one serves with love and affection, so one has to practice this affection, develop this love. So when we serve more and more, we become more and more progress in our spiritual life, like that. So it's the right track, like that. So anything done for Krishna is all purification. Maybe at different steps, yoga leader are there, different steps, different stages of life, like that. Everybody's but on the right track of devotional self
When you
and will
say,
progress.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you have it. When you say doing it for Krishna, um, if we're doing it naturally or doing it because we want to get a result. See, you're
Yeah.
automatic. Yeah.
Krishna says in the Bhakti Rasamrita says, Anya Bilashita Sunyam. Anya Bilashita Sunyam means no material this things. It should be purely for Krishna. Is everything I do for service of Krishna. Uh, like that. Whatever I do with any not any material motivation. So, so there are four types of devotees. They come to Krishna. One who is in distress, one who is seeking of wealth, one who is seeking after knowledge. So that knowledge, one who is in knowledge, he is considered little more progress, like that. So yeah, it's very important to have good association, and it depends on how the higher. It's all depends on the leaders, like that. The way everything is, how they manage things, everything like that.
So the quiet japa versus the outward japa, because some people whisper it, some people, for example, literally everything during the day that I'm doing, I'm singing one of the forms of our kirtan, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, but it's in my head, and I'm saying it very soft.
Hmm.
If it's sincere, it's just as effective, even though you're not doing your rounds. And let's say you did your rounds, or let's say a person didn't do their rounds and they're doing this, Krishna will honor that as well, you would say.
We cannot change others, but we have to change ourselves. We have to be a personal example. So we have to have this knowledge of scriptures first of all, and anybody who is chanting Hare Krishna is glorious. Um, Glorifying Krishna is
Or
glorious.
singing it
Hmm.
throughout the day, because you said your mind should always be on Krishna. So if I'm cooking, if I'm cutting vegetables, because some situations aren't clean, because you said,
Yeah,
well, you shouldn't sweep your floor while you're doing the
that's what I
mantra.
said. Knowledge. That's why knowledge is very important. Hare Krishna, and
Yes.
application of that knowledge is not just theoretical, practical. But anybody is performing devotional service is on the right track, like that. One should actually. We have to be very cautious in our devotional service. All these things, because Maya has many ways, like that. Maya has many tricks. It bewilders us to far away from Krishna. We have to we focus on Krishna. That takes a lot of time, lot of endeavor. We have to become sincere. We have to become serious in our spiritual life. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. That's all. Anything more? Time is going on too much. Srimad Bhagavat Puran ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.